All right, so let's go ahead and break it down, shall we? We are post SWC Worlds 2024, and I had the honor, the pleasure of attending that event. I want to take this time to give you guys a rundown, let y'all know how I went down, and hopefully I can get like various pictures and videos to kind of throw in for the people here that are watching on YouTube. So first and foremost, I want to I want to start out with a funny story. I'm going to make this short and sweet. I want to start out with a funny story because of the fact that it's all leading up to it. The original flight to Tokyo was on Tuesday. I think it was November 4th, if I recall correctly. And what is it? The flight goes out at 6. So 6 in the morning, right? So we got to be at the airport like 2 to 3 hours in advance. So I'm like, man, if I got to be up super early and I already know myself as far as how my anxiety is and like how crazy it can be, like, what should I do? So what do? I go the previous night, I meet up with some people to play a poker tournament, win the poker tournament, then realize, hey, I still got 3 hours. Let's take the poker winnings, go to the casino, run it up, which I did. And then I realized, oh, wow, I still got to wait 4 or 5 more hours. So what do? Exactly what you're not supposed to do. When you're up on the casino, you need to walk away. But I'm literally like 10 minutes away from the airport. So I'm like, well, I just better stay here, have some fun. And I gave back like 50% of my winnings. Still walked away with a little bit here, but gave him back a little bit, right? So moving on. Again, I'm from Omaha, Nebraska. We fly out 6 a.m. in the morning, but unfortunately, Omaha, Nebraska's airport is not a international airport, so I had to go on over to Minneapolis, take like an hour and a half flight over there, and yeah, we got that done. And then it was probably like 10. It's probably like 8 o'clock in the morning or whatever. So we flew out at about 10 a.m. in Minneapolis for Tokyo. Flight took 13 and a half hours, and we landed in Tokyo, which would have basically been like about midnight, my time at the time, but it was technically 3 p.m. or 2:30 p.m., whatever, on the following Wednesday, right? Because not only is the flight 13 hours, but I lose 15 hours of time because Tokyo is 15 hours ahead from where I'm from. So it was quite the adjustment, mind you. But anyways, as we always do, we get there, we get to the event, and we have, we started to see some of the content creators, some of the players, casters all check in. Some of them are already here. Most of them are coming in on that day. So it's just one of those things where we kind of wait around the hotel and wait for people to trickle in and to hang out. So funny enough, a lot of people that have already been there for a few days literally just got done having dinner, and they were getting ready to do something else. But the ComTwist team was like, hey, Childish, we just finished up dinner, but we're coming back to the hotel. So if you're down to get something to eat, if you're hungry, just let us know, and we'll do that. So I'm like, well, you know what, like, international flights, they take care of you, they provide some meals for the time, but they're relatively small, they're not really good. So I'm looking to get a good meal, and luckily for me, the two people that I work with took care of me, made me feel like a king. So we ended up going to I told them, you know what, I'm the easiest, without question, I could say it in front of everybody, I'm the easiest content creator to work with, no doubt. And they're like, hey, do you want to go here? They want to go there? I'm like, no, I don't. We don't need to go anywhere special. We just need to find a place that we can get some, food. And he was like, well, this place is 20 minutes away. This place is 30 minutes away. I'm like, dude, like, I don't even care about that. I'm literally just looking for something to eat. And of course, it's a hotel. We're at a hotel. We have, they have various places to eat there. So they had on their second floor, the Hilton Tokyo is where we stayed at. We had an option of a Japanese restaurant, a Chinese restaurant, and then a like Mediterranean grill kind of setup. So we ended up going to the grill place, getting a nice, kind of a steak dish or whatnot. Oh my God, my guys are so squishy. And afterwards, huh? Oh my God. My lady's so funny. She's like, that's what she said. Oh my gosh. You're the best, babe. Always keeping it comical here at the house of, I should just call it Brandy's house. I just call it the house of Childish Plays and Brandy's. I don't know. I call it whatever. Anyways, get it back to the story, right? The Come To Us team, fed the other group dinner. I arrived like 30 minutes after they finished dinner. They take me upstairs to get a dinner while they have a little drink / appetizer. And then after I'm done eating, we realized that another one of the influencers that came out to the event, Topa V, literally just landed like 20 minutes after that. So we go, he gets there, and we're like, all right, bro, it's time to do it again. Like, you ready to eat? And he's like, yeah. So we try to go upstairs to that same restaurant we went to, but it was actually closed. So we ended up they got a bar up there as well. And so we ended up, the bar had like, little appetizers and bar food, stuff like that. So these guys ended up getting something to eat, but it wasn't like an actual meal per se. Either way, we go up there, and we get a chance to, get a little appetizer and then get another round of drinks going. And because I'm a good guy here, I'm going to basically leave out the person's name that is involved. He's a Come To Us employee. He's been around the block. He's outrageously fun, and he's the guy that when he's around you, when we're hanging out, he just makes everyone feel special, and he definitely gets down, and loves to have a good drink here. And Topa, who did not know, has not had a chance to hang out with this particular person. I'm like, oh, this is your first time hanging out with him? You better get ready. So let's just say that, we stayed there, had at least 4 to 5 more drinks, and then we went out to another bar that was close, which was called Club 131 for anybody that's been around in Tokyo. And we had one of those things called like a shot tower, right? Literally, like, you know how people bring you like bottle service, whatnot. Instead of the bottle service, they brought this like Christmas tree looking shot tower with 12 shots lined up. We only got 4 people there, so as you can imagine, that's just a teaser as far as how that night goes out. First night out, right? The event's like 3 days ago, and we're sitting there going beast mode. We're going hard with drinking, just chilling it up, just having an absolute blast. So yeah, you guys can imagine how crazy things could have been, considering just that first one. But that was basically our first night. That was our first night. So moving on, next day, Thursday, day 2. Connect with obviously a lot more players, a lot more casters, a lot more YouTubers, a lot more streamers. But one of the ones that stuck out the most was Stoic. Stoic, as you guys know, is the one and only SWC commentator out there. One of the guys that, out of all the people that have been changing that position over the last 6 years, 7 years, he's been the one that stuck through it, and rightfully so. He's actually absolutely amazing. He's a master of his craft, and it's been an absolute blessing to watch him climb up the ranks to be basically one of our top SWC commentators out there. He brought his family out to hang out, and as you can imagine, when you bring your family out, you definitely want to have some fun and check out all the cool things that Tokyo has to offer. And we went, the first thing we went to was this thing called the Observatory, which is like a big tower that has like 45 floors. We went out there and saw across Tokyo, and that was super cool. I definitely enjoyed that. Let me see here. I'm gonna take. This is weird. I'm gonna take this away. I don't know why. I don't. I feel like I've already lost here. This guy put so much single target damage. I wish I had a chance to throw a Nana in there or something like that. That's what I get for pivoting. But either way, back to the story. Observatory Tower. We go up there, take some videos, take some pictures, to see all that it has to offer, and after that, we end up doing a little walking around the Tokyo area. We ended up getting low-key a little lost, but we ended up finding a way. We went to there was this clothing store that a couple of people wanted to check it out, which is called Uniqlo. Uniqlo, it's like UNIQLO. Apparently it's a pretty popular clothing store in the area. Went out there, stoic, I believe, forgot some outfits or whatnot, so we had to get a new shirt there. But anyways, we went out there, and then we went to go get some food. And like clockwork, we're in the middle of like a Tokyo area, and there's tons of places to eat, but we find this one that looks really jankety, but once we lift up the curtains, we go in there. It's super cool place, nice chill vibe, and we get my first, and I'm happy to say the best ramen I've ever had. As you guys know, Japan's definitely known for their ramen. That's just one of the things that they just do absolutely well. And we went out there, got ourselves, like I said, the best bowl of ramen I ever had in my life. And we ate that, and then we started heading back to the hotel. After that, we went ahead and just kind of hung out, I believe, at the hotel for a little bit. I'm waiting for a few more people to kind of come through. And I believe after that we just kind of chilled and checked out the local area around before going to dinner that night. I think dinner that night, where was dinner that night? Oh yeah. Oh, is that Thursday? Maybe it was Thursday. I'm trying to think if it was Thursday or Friday. I think Thursday. Yeah, no, Thursday was the other day. Okay. So Thursday we went to this dinner spot that I think was part of a mall. We ended up going to a mall, going to a dinner spot there. It was like I want to say like a kind of quasi Japanese steakhouse, but it wasn't. I don't even know what I'm doing right now. It just had a wide variety of different foods and whatnot. Steak, seafood, a lot of it being raw. It was all good, right? Typical meal that we enjoyed. And Thursday was one of the what's it called? Days where we got done with everything that we were doing with the group. At around 9 o'clock, and from my experience being with these people for so long, I knew what was coming. And you guys are like, what are you talking about, right? So generally speaking, when it comes to these events, the days leading up to it, again, we have a group of people that they like to go out, get a drink after the meal, but then we got people out there that have no idea what time it is, and they're just those people out there that want to hang out until people fall over. And it doesn't even have to be alcohol related. It could just be like super tired. Like we got people in our group of influencers, YouTubers, streamers, players, casters that will literally just do something until like 5 a.m. And then they're like, you know what? I probably should go to bed. I'm like, yeah, we probably should, right? So here's the funny thing when it comes to these events and the things that I've done over the years. I generally try to go out to these events and stay up late, but every single time I hang out with them, we generally hang out at the hotels at these events. But of course we're in Tokyo, gosh darn it, like we can't just sit here at the hotel. We need to go out and explore. And basically everybody said like, yeah, man, we're gonna go ahead. It's like 9 p.m. by the time we get back to the hotel after dinner. Let's go ahead and check in. We'll hang out at the hotel and let's all connect around 12:30, 1 o'clock. And I'm like, what? I'm like, remember we're coming in. This is like the first full day after the trip. And I've already been up for like over 48 hours, straight 48 hours. Because I didn't go to bed between Monday and Tuesday. And then Tuesday into Wednesday, we stayed up throughout the flight. I was like, I don't know if that's going to work. But I'm like, you know what, dude? I'm in Tokyo. And I'm with the greatest community of all time when it comes to, again, YouTubers, streamers, influencers, whatnot. I can't help myself, right? I need to get out there, hang out, right? So we get a group of people. I think this time around, the previous night, it was a lot of the influencers, YouTubers, streamers from the global side. This time around, we hanged out with a group from the Europe side. We hanged out with Neff, we hanged out with Ismu, we hang out with Sage Cizo, we hang out with Josu. We hanged out with quite a few people, right? So again, we randomly look up places to go, find this like restaurant kind of place. Oh, we hanged up with J-Mac as well. Excuse me. J-Mac and I think we're the only ones out of the global side, but we ended up going to a place to get some food. You know, munch on some protein. That's a big thing in Tokyo. They have a lot of different places that have a lot of foods, generally appetizers that revolve around some kind of meat, chicken, poultry, something like that. Something pretty simple, something pretty interesting. We get out there, we're hanging out, having fun. We've been out there we walked around for like hours on end into some of the hottest spots where like the Tokyo night was in before we found that. By the time we found that place, it must have been like 2:30 or something like that. So we go there, everybody's hanging out, chilling, and I'm, like we always do, like we're talking to people, but we also got our phones out, doing RTA, doing this and that, whatever. And I'm like, you know what, dude? I got like 5 scrolls. I have like 14 regular scrolls. I got 6 LDs, whatnot. I'm like, you know what? It's 4 a.m, like whatever, dude. Let's go ahead and pop it. And for those of you guys that are watching it right now on Twitch, I know that you haven't been paying attention because it's my pleasure to introduce you to the my newest LD5.
Oh my God!
Oi.
Let's go!
Let's go! This man! Let's go!
Some of the Tokyo, you get one. No
I see my brothers.
I see my. And it's a fucking good one.
Japan luck, let's go!
I got now 3 LD5s. That's right.
You just said it.
Which I pulled at 4:30 in the morning here in Tokyo. Asima. Asima is funny because nobody on stream said anything. They're like, wow, like, did you get that? Because I never used it, but I literally pulled Asima, my first LD5 in almost 2.5 years. And I'll tell you what, man, I couldn't be more excited to get an LD5, but to get an LD5 that actually fits with the salad play, right? Remember, I used the Tomoe, Layla, Hey Gang, and then between Beth, Amber, Jingze, all that. That's the comp I use. Basically like a TOA crushing comp, right? And oh my gosh, dude, I was just blown away at that unit because that unit provides so much value for that team that I was definitely very excited to use it. So yeah, we pulled that 4 a.m. I don't even know the name of the restaurant, but it was pretty surreal because it's like funny. I don't know if I showed the video yet for the people who are watching on YouTube, but like normally when I get an LD5 or when I get anybody LD5, my reaction is like it's next level. But because I was so exhausted, I'm just sitting here holding up my phone in the video like, look guys, we got it, yeah, let's go. But I'm like not really, like it almost seems like I'm ungrateful or something like that because it's, it's not like something that I really wanted or whatever. But I'm like, no, it's actually a generally really good pull, but I'm just so tired and exhausted from everything that's gone down. I'm just like, oh my gosh, dude, like I am bent. It was crazy. So yeah, man, we ended up heading back, got back to the hotel, at around, what is it? We got back to the hotel, like I said, around 4:30, 4:40. Called in the night, and then the next day came, and